So a hack is collaborating with a race hustler. What could possibly go wrong? I mean, you already got two entitled narcissists on board. Might as well bring on a third one. Maybe Michael B. Jordan will do it. I mean, they don't want to use Henry Cavill, so and they want to make it a black Superman. I mean, really, this is annoying, but yeah. For those of you who don't know, J.J. Abrams, Jar Jar Abrams himself, a hack and a useless human being, is collaborating with Ta-Nehisi Coates, a race hustler who used to work for The Atlantic, and apparently I think has worked on some comics in the past, and they don't sound good. They sound like shit. I mean, while we're at, let's bring on Spike Lee to this shit show. I mean, he's already gonna botch Cthulhu. Might as well let him botch Superman while he's at it. And the stupidity of the situation just seems like an avoidable iceberg. It's like you're on the Titanic, you see the iceberg, and you scream at them to turn the boat around or to make it avoid it, and they're not listening. That's Warner Brothers right now. Warner Brothers is the people in charge of the Titanic, and the Titanic is this movie that they're doing. It could have been good if they used Henry Cavill, because he sounds like he does a great job as Superman. But no, they want to be dumb. They want to pander to the diversity crowd online who bitch but never actually give money to anything. And yeah, I'm gonna enjoy watching this blow up in their face. At least until they start blaming the fans who actually bothered to watch it because they're brain deads who, well, either have too much free time on their hands or don't think before they use their money. They're essentially like me, except they have no functioning brain cells at all. I mean, I do stupid stuff all the time, but they seem to just go straight into it with no hold bar, no thought whatsoever, and give money to people who obviously hate them. And for the record, I'm not the biggest Superman fan in the world, but I pity the Superman fans right now because I don't know if the movies scratched their itch or not, but this has to stink for them, or at least the ones who know what's up. This has to be like a kick to the nards for them. I should probably find an article to talk about this. Because otherwise I'll just be ranting about a race hustler and a hipster douchebag who's never done anything important with his life. Actually, no, scratch that. Jar Jar Abrams has done some with his life. It's just not that important. He does nothing original. He does nothing but reboots and kills franchises. Killed Star Trek, killed Star Wars. DC is next, and then he'll move on to the next one. He has become death, destroyer of worlds. The difference between him and the guy who made the bomb that we dropped in Hiroshima is the guy who made that bomb I had pity for. J.J. Abrams, not so much. He is a parasite. Anyway, I found an article by Bound into Comics. All the ones that I talk about here I will be putting links to in the description. Warner Media reportedly hires left-wing political activist Ta-Nehisi Coates to write a new Superman movie. The new report claims that Warner Media and J.J. Abrams hired left-wing political activist Ta-Nehisi Coates to write a new Superman film. The report comes from Deadline's Anthony De Alessandro, who writes, Deadline has confirmed that author Ta-Nehisi Coates is writing a Superman reboot feature for Warner Bros. And DC, which J.J. Abrams is producing under his Bad Robot label. Oh, great. So it's true. There was no plot or casting information announced. Coates is not just... He's not just a left-wing activist, he's a radical left-wing activist who has made his views about America very clear in his opinion pieces in The Atlantic. Yeah, he has. The guy's a scumbag. The most recent piece, published on January 19th, 2021, is titled, Donald Trump is Out. Are we ready to talk about how he got in? Well, concerned this guy looks like a race hustler who hates white people. I'm going to say he blames white people. Just a guess. In the article, Coates published an excerpt of a previous article titled, The First White President. In the excerpt, he describes President Donald Trump as a white supremacist. He writes, It is often said that Trump has no real ideology, which is not true. His ideology is white supremacy in all its truculent and sanctimonious power. Wow, talk about a pot in the kettle. He's calling Trump sanctimonious? This guy comes off as a racist and sanctimonious. He's a sanctimonious racist. In his book, Between the World and Me, Coates writes, "Why America is a syndicate arrayed to power its executive power to dominate and control our bodies." He also writes about the firefighters and police officers attempting to save people in the aftermath of the terrorist attack on September 11th. Coates wrote, "They were not human to me, black, white, or whatever. They were a menace of nature. They were fire, the comet, the storm, which could, with no justification, shatter my body." Talk about a drama queen and a prima donna. Not only is Coates a radical activist, but he has absolutely zero experience writing films. His only credit is a documentary based on his book Between the World and Me. I'll be sure to avoid that like the plague. Coates does have experience writing comic books. He's currently writing Black Panther and Captain America for Marvel Comics. Before this run on Black Panther, Coates was writing the book back in 2016. The first issue shipped 5,314 copies. However, by the book's 12th issue, Marvel has only shipped 37,612 copies. By January 2018, the book has only shipped 21,321 copies. Not only are the sales bad, but Coates definitely injects his radical politics into his writing. An example from his current run on Captain America sees a supposed friend of Steve Rogers give him a lecture on his privilege. Rogers' friend Sung Jin Jung tells him, "You're a great guy, Steve, possibly the best, but you've never been denied a job because of who you are. Never think you were less of a person because of your skin color or been told to go back to your own country." Not only does Rogers get lectured, but just a few pages later, Jung words to Captain America about his privilege are proven a lie. Rogers recounts the last time he met Jung and says, "I had just been through a difficult time, one of the toughest in my career." He continued, "I had been stripped of everything I held dear, and everything that I stood for was tainted, maybe forever." As you can see, Coates is injecting his own ideological, political views into his stories, but he can't even keep his story straight for a couple of pages. And mind you, this is just one issue of Captain America. Nevertheless, it appears Coates will be getting to write his new Superman movie, and really shouldn't come to a surprise, HBO Max did adapt Coates' book Between the World and Me into a documentary. Coates is joined on the project by producer Hannah Minghella. I'm probably pronouncing that wrong. It's Minghella, or Minghella, hard to say. She has zero completed credits. She is an executive producer of Masters of the Universe and the untitled Cloverfield project. And that is the end of the article. So basically, this guy, aside from making a couple of shitty comics, has no experience with this sort of thing. So yeah, I don't feel that confident. And there's another article here saying J.J. Abrams' new Superman will be black. Henry Cavill is out. Well, yeah. Actually, that kind of says all I need to know. Oh, this is a rumor, so take it with enough salt that Lot would mistake it for his wife. But yeah, I think that's all I can really say on it, or at least that's all I wanted to read on it. And I just want to say, this is fucked up. Very fucked up, but beyond that, all I can really say is, doesn't look good. I look forward to the dumpster fire that this will inevitably inspire. And, yeah, those are my thoughts on the matter. Ta-Nehisi Coates sounds like a real prick of a guy and a reverse racist. But actually, no, he's just a racist, plain and simple. With no respect for the people who actually have real jobs, who risk their lives. He's un-American. I mean, really, I don't say this often, but he sounds like the kind of person you would tell to go back to where you came from if you don't like it here so much. Or just leave, period. And Jar Jar Abrams, he's just a hack. He kills franchises and makes nothing but reboots. He offers fool's gold and nothing more. He's a snake oil salesman who has no interest in making movies, only expanding what he has, his name, and to make himself better. Or not to make himself better, but just to get his name out there and to increase his company. Bad Robot. That's about all I can really say about him. He's a hack. Like, Joss Whedon's kind of a hack, but at least Joss Whedon has some talent. Well, at least he can write stuff that's original. Sort of. Actually, no, I can't even say it's original. The only original thing I know he's made is maybe Angel. Firefly was a ripoff of Outlaw Star, and Buffy the Vampire Slayer was basically taken from a movie that he saw. Beyond that, I don't know much about what he's done, but at least I can say with some credit, he has some originality, some. And he's not a complete hack. I still say he's a hack, but he's not completely a hack. Jar Jar Abrams is a hack and a douchebag. A hipster douchebag who obviously has never suffered a day in his life, so he's had it way too good for way too long. And yeah, it's all... I'm sorry, I keep saying that over and over. It's like I feel like my grandma right now saying the same thing over and over. Yeah, I just wanted to talk about this. I started on this yesterday and finished it today. Actually, one more thing I forgot to mention was... Actually, no, never mind, I forgot. This just sounds like a right royal shit show that's gonna go down, and... yeah, that's my overall opinion. Let me know yours in the comments. And remember, the game was rigged from the start.